Welcome to What's the Score, a series solely dedicated to the support of Central Florida's small business and entrepreneurs. Donated as a community service by AM 660 The Answer and Salem Communications. Now, here's Christopher Hart and Rich Jaeckle.
Hello again, and welcome to What's the Score? Thanks for joining us once again today, folks. That's right, you are listening to the show designed to help you come up with that winning combination for your business. I am Christopher Hart of the American Adversaries Radio Show, and I'm joined here today in the studio with Rich Jaeckle. Rich, how you doing today?
I'm doing just fine, Christopher of the Hart, the Hart clan.
As we get rolling here on this weekend morning, but I want to thank you folks for being with us. And, of course, this show is designed, as I said, to help you come up with that winning combination for your business via SCORE, which is a free mentorship program available to you anywhere in the country. But the great thing about the SCORE program here in Central Florida is that they are located in the Entrepreneur Center in the Fashion Square Mall. So you can just walk in from 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, and visit with them over there. They got brochures there. They got information there. And, of course, they'll have people there who will be glad to talk to you. And in the Entrepreneur Center, there are a number of other organizations, and we talk about them from time to time, but we just like to remind you, let's give us a little flavor of the other organizations there, Rich.
Yeah, there is all pretty much community service based organizations such as the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, African American Chamber of Commerce, SBDC, which is Small Business Development Center, HBIF, which is Hispanic Business Initiative Fund, and then a few other organizations in there. So it's a one-stop shop.
Yeah, and we'll be having some of the folks from those other organizations on the show like we have in the past. Yeah. And, of course, you can go to scoreorlando.org to find out about everything they do over there at SCORE. And it is a national organization, so you can go to score.org and see what the national organization is up to. And, of course, at the national organization website, they have a lot of documents that you can use to set up your business and, of course, business plan. And SCORE, as I said, is available to you. The number over there is 407-420-4844 if you want to give them a call and make an appointment, 407-420-4844, or you can go to scoreorlando.org. And they are always up to something over there.
That's right.
Yeah. Well, real quickly, though, we're going to have a guest today. He's going to be a call-in guest. His name is Lane Titlebaum, and he's going to tell us a little bit about web.com.
Right. Web.com, as you may know or may not know, is sponsoring the tournament on next week.
The Arnold Palmer Invitational.
Yeah, the same thing.
Yeah, that one.
Okay, so the Arnold Palmer Invitational, yes. They get together with Web.com, and they put on a business summit at each location that the tournament resides. So this is one of many tournaments, but Lane is the president of the tournaments and the business summits. So he gets down to the cities where the Web.com tour takes place, and he sets up business summits in each city.
And we'll be talking with him because he's going to be in town on the 16th. Right. And, of course, Rich is going to be out there at Bay Hill, the location of the tournament.
Yep, I'll be cleaning Arnie's balls.
Easy does it now. Okay.
Scuff balls.
Of course. All right. The folks over at SCORE have a lot of things going on over there right now. What's new over there, by the way, Rich?
Well, actually, I wanted to talk to you about something that's been on my mind for a while here. And this is a new thing. And I happen to have brought an application for one Christopher Hart as a SCORE member.
Oh, is that right?
Right, here it is.
I'll pass it along to him.
Do that.
Well, thank you.
I was told not to leave here without that signed and sealed, so you could start.
Okay,
so that's what's new. We have a new member coming up.
All right. Well, I appreciate this. This is excellent.
I'm sure you do.
Okay.
Last time it was, I don't have enough time in the day for that stuff. Now you're going to be.
And by the way, folks, if you would like to volunteer at SCORE, you can do that as well. Not only can you take advantage of their services, but you can be one of the ones who provides the services like Rich. And, of course, you've been with SCORE now what, about a dozen years or something?
Yeah, about 13 years.
13 years.
Baker's dozen.
Baker's dozen.
There you go.
And Rich is, of course, he's joined over there by about 50 some odd other folks.
Yeah.
And they're from all different professions and businesses and walks of life. So no matter pretty much what business that you're, wanting to get into or you're already in, there's someone over there who's been down that path before you.
Yeah, the amazing thing about this is if you come in for a problem with your financials in your business, particularly, you want to get a better handle on your financials and see if you're making money and what you can do better to make more. You can come in and see a SCORE counselor about that. But then you might find out that during the course of your activity with a SCORE counselor that you also need to do better on inventory or something like that. So They can bring in a second counselor who specializes in inventory control and that type of stuff to make your business even more efficient. So it's the unique part about SCORE is that it doesn't come out of a book. It just really is people that did it and do it.
Experience talking, literally.
There you go. Experience talking.
Walking and talking the experience. And, of course, there's always seminars going on over there to introduce you to SCORE. There's a free seminar that they put on regularly. And the next one coming up is on Saturday, the 21st of this month. And that is You, Your Business Idea, and How SCORE Can Help You. And, of course, these seminars are held at the Entrepreneur Center, located once again in the Fashion Square Mall. And that's going to be Saturday morning. That's the 21st, 9:30 to 12:30. And it is free. They would like you to register ahead of time. Just make sure everybody, they have handouts that they give everyone, and they want to make sure everybody gets one. But you don't have to, actually. You can walk in if you happen to be there that day and you forgot, but you want to remember at the last minute. That's the 21st on Saturday, and then they repeat that again on the 31st, which is a Tuesday, 10 days later. So put those dates on your calendar. If you haven't been to SCORE and you're still, wanting to know exactly what they're all about, go to You, Your Business Idea, How SCORE Can Help. And once again, that's March the 21st, the Saturday. And by the way, the Tuesday one is at 6 p.m. So if you can't make the daytime one, perhaps you can make the evening one. But, of course, they got a lot of other great things going on over there right now. They got the Veterans Business Initiative. And this past Thursday, Rich was over there. And how did it go, Rich?
That's right. It went great. What it is essentially and what it has been is essentially three groups. One is financial group for new businesses that need funding or something like that. The second is actually groups that are looking to hire veterans. Hire them right there.
Right.
And the third group is to help them if they want to start a new business, which would be like SCORE. So you have three different slices of the pie there for these guys.
And education and training.
Education and training.
You quartered up that pie there.
Thank you.
As a matter of fact, this past Thursday, SCORE was there.
Right.
For the entrepreneur training. You had Regions Bank there for some perhaps financing. AMTIS, and that's Barbara Stankowski's organization. She was with us about a month ago.
Right.
And, of course, she has a great organization. She was looking to hire people there, good paying jobs.
She still is, right? She was there.
And ITT Tech was there providing some information having to do with education and training.
Correct.
And the next session is coming up this coming Wednesday. It is Wednesday this week, but it starts at the same time, 8:15 and 8:30 in the morning. Florida Hospital will be there looking to hire people. Manpower will be there looking to hire people. UCF will be there, and the UCF Incubator. Once again, what is the UCF Incubator?
Incubator used to be called in the old days like a group office space where a bunch of young small businesses would get together and rent office space. And they would share a common administrative assistant. You see, like somebody answers the phone, and they would answer the phone for each company in their own company phone answering thing. So given that, then you would pay for that service, but you also pay for the copy sharing and things like that. Well, the SBDC has the very same thing. The UCF Incubator is that. It's a bunch of small businesses that are sharing common office space.
And once again, that is going to be this coming Wednesday. That's the Veterans Business Initiative. Now, once again, we've told you about this over the past few weeks. If you haven't, if you're a veteran and you haven't gone, you need to go, even though it's winding up. But if you've been going, you need to continue and see it through. There'll be this Wednesday's session and then session 7 the following Tuesday, and that will be a wrap-up.
The wrap-up, right.
And all the participants will be there.
Yeah, so far there's been, I think the update today was 12 people hired.
Excellent.
12 people hired.
Yeah.
These are vets that have just gotten out or have gotten out a while ago, and Disney is there. They've hired a couple. So it's real worthwhile to spend some time there.
Once again, that's the Veterans Business Initiative, and that is being held at the Entrepreneur Center in the Fashion Square Mall this Wednesday, and the following Tuesday will be the final sessions.
That's right.
So please get on over there.
It's a beautiful thing.
And so, as I said, Rich was over there with SCORE last week, and you'll be there for the final session.
By the way, Congressman Michael showed up.
John Micah, huh?
He did. Yeah, he walked in. And
he's a veteran.
Yes, he is. He is a veteran, and he took.
Was he looking for a job?
I'm not sure yet, but
there's a few people who wish he would be looking for another job. But,
there you go. Yeah, but he dared to take my time that I was supposed to have up there explaining what SCORE was about, and so when I talked to him for a little bit, and I said, since you took all my time, you could have at least mentioned SCORE. He says, I love you guys.
Then he remembered you.
Yeah.
But you're a veteran as well.
Yes, I am. Yeah, I joined in 64. Yeah, I did, at my father's behest. At the time, I was a bad boy.
Yeah, well, and you went on to serve.
It happens.
You went on to serve.
Yes, I did.
Honorably and bravely.
Bravely? I wouldn't know about that. Honorably, absolutely. And we just, when we got out, we just did not have the opportunities that you guys have these days out there. You coming back to something with support and structure, and you can reach out to people that will help you. Hell, when we got back, it was like we were baby killers back in those days, and we just didn't have a thing, so you had to go back home and get a job in the steel mill.
Unfortunately.
But at least we had jobs.
Yeah, unfortunately, there were people out there who were accusing you of just that, falsely, I might add. Okay, once again, ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to What's the Score? When we come back, we'll be joined by Lane Titlebaum, and he's going to be telling us about the Arnold Palmer Invitational and web.com. And you'll have an opportunity to meet him Monday. Don't go away. We'll be right back. Okay, welcome back to What's the Score? I want to thank you once again for being with us, folks, and thanks for telling everybody about us. Our audience is growing, and we certainly appreciate that. And don't forget, SCORE is a free mentorship program which can help you in your business as you look to develop it or look to start it. So don't forget to take advantage of this great service located in the Entrepreneur Center at the Fashion Square Mall. And, of course, they get involved with a lot of things, and they got a great event coming up just this Monday.
We do.
At the Arnold Palmer Invitational, you lucky duck.
I'm excited.
And, of course, you're going to be out there Monday. For the Web.com Business Summit.
That's right, the Web.com tour. And actually, we've got a guest from that program out there.
As a matter of fact, we have the director of their Small Business Summits on the line with us right now. That would be Lane Titlebaum. Lane, thanks for joining us today.
Well, it's my pleasure, and thanks for the opportunity to come on and speak with you gentlemen today.
Well, we certainly appreciate it. First of all, fill us in a little bit about Web.com and the Web.com tour, if you would, please.
Sure, my pleasure. So Web.com as a company overall provides internet marketing and online solutions for small and medium-sized businesses. So we pretty much help small businesses succeed online in a variety of ways. It could be anything from domain registration to hosting, providing do-it-yourself tools, and obviously much more complex products and solutions such as, leveraging, social media such as Facebook or e-commerce or custom-built websites. And so that's as a company as a whole how we help small businesses. But what we've done now is that in June of 2012, we became an official partner of the PGA Tour when we became the umbrella sponsor for the Web.com Tour. And I know everybody's probably going to say, well, hey, what's the Web.com Tour? Well, the Web.com Tour is the qualifying tour. It's the path to the PGA Tour. So in order for aspiring golfers to want to play on the PGA Tour and have the opportunity to compete at the Arnold Palmer Invitational, they have to play through the Web.com Tour to earn enough money and earn enough status. Every single year, at the very end of the year, the end of the season of the Web.com Tour, a total of 50 players earn their PGA Tour card by playing throughout the season on the Web.com Tour. And they have to obviously play, they have to do well, they have to win enough money, then they go to a playoff at the end of the year where there's 50 PGA Tour cards up for grabs. So we are the umbrella sponsor for the Web.com Tour. All the way through, our contract runs through 2021. And what makes it so special and great is that, a lot of people don't really think about it, but, golfers are really small business owners in themselves. Obviously PGA Tour professionals are still small businesses. Now they obviously do extremely well, but golfers like on the Web.com Tour, they're out there every single day trying to get better and obviously have the opportunity to, and pretty much every single week, they're playing, for their PGA Tour life. So they're out there struggling, they're out there fighting, they're out there working hard, just as all small business owners do. So it's a great alignment between who they are, what they do, and what we do to help small businesses overall as a company.
Do they play the same? For the tour? Do you play the same courses as the PGA Tour?
No, so the Web.com Tour plays about 20 events nationally. They also play about 5 events in South America. There's one in Mexico, and they've been in Colombia. They'll be in Chile. But they play about 20 events nationally in the United States, and those can range from anywhere in Texas, out into Boise, Idaho. They play out in Hayward, California. So they play all over the country, very similar to the PGA Tour guys, but they just play, obviously different golf courses.
Okay.
Hey, I did not know you guys did that kind of sponsorship, not sponsorship, but the small business, your attitude towards small business and the golfer, in other words, being a small business person.
Well, yeah, exactly. And if you think about it that way, they truly are small business owners. And when we were, negotiating and looking for ways to really grow our business, grow our brand, the PGA Tour is a very high integrity league, or a high integrity, tour, I should say, association. Not many folks, if you think about it in golf, and I'm not sure if your guys are golf aficionados or not, but, hey, if you have a penalty, you call the penalty on your mistake. So their values, golfers' values, are very similar to their values that we at Web.com, like to portray. I mean, we want to have respect, and obviously we want to have customer satisfaction, and we want to have communication, entrepreneurial spirits. And those are very similar and very much in line with golfers today and how they act and how they carry themselves. So we wanted to make sure that when we put our name on something, that we put our name on something that had a lot of value and put our name on something that we could feel proud of. And being associated with the PGA Tour, we can be extremely proud of that partnership that we have.
Very credible, too.
Yes, extremely.
And so Web.com is signed up for a couple of years at this. And what do you do as you come around for these business summits? For instance, you're going to be here in Orlando, I take it Monday, for the Invitational, for the Web.com Business Summit. What should people expect if they want to come out and see it?
Sure. So what we've done is, and we're in our 3rd full year of doing these small business summits. We started back in 2013. We did 27 events. Last year we did 50 events, and this year we're going to do 60 events. And what we do is that we pretty much follow the tour, and go from place to place, tournament to tournament, and we come into the communities and we help small business owners with the fundamentals of online marketing. That's what we do as a company. So we teach folks we give them all education. We teach them about making sure their websites are built properly, understanding how to have search engine optimization, how to be found on the search engines, how to leverage social media to better your business, how to sell products or solutions online, pay-per-click advertising. What we do is give business owners pretty much tips, the nuts and bolts of how to really have a successful online business. We all know that small business owners wear all the hats, that they're the ones who have to turn the lights out when they leave at nighttime. They're the ones that don't have marketing departments per se. They're the ones doing the online marketing. And so we really want to equip the small business owners in those communities with the trade and the craft of really having the knowledge to go out and to unleash their potential online. This is a contribution that we have been doing throughout the country with Where the PGA Tour. It's in conjunction with the PGA Tour. It's really a great way to give back to the communities. The PGA Tour, just not sure if your listeners or a lot of people know, but they're very philanthropic. They're a 501c3. The PGA Tour gives back to its local communities and charities more than any other professional sports league combined. Last year it was noted that they surpassed $2 billion in charitable givebacks. So it's really a great way for us to come in and to really help small business owners in these communities. We've also teamed up this year with Bank of America. Bank of America will be there on Monday to give a presentation on cash flow management. So we're really there to help small business owners in a number of ways. Obviously, we have a national partnership with SCORE. And, like I tell folks all the time, we are there. We come in. We give you all the education we can. But we also want to provide you with the resources that are in the community that are there 365 days of the year that can assist you. And obviously an organization like SCORE is in the community, and they are there who can continually to help you when we obviously go to the next event.
Hey, Lane, I got to ask you, man. This sounds too good to be true. There's the old question that everybody asks, with them, what's in it for me?
What's in it for us?
What's in it for you guys? That's a lot of money to be spending and a lot of effort and time and all that other stuff. What are you getting out of it?
Well, what we get out of it is we get to put our heads in our pillow at nighttime and know that we did a good deed in all the communities, right?
Okay, cool.
It's a great way for us to really expand our brand. It's a great way for us to really give the small business owners the opportunity. We know the struggles and the trials and tribulations that small business owners go through on a daily basis. I'm a former small business owner myself. I've lived it. I understand it. So we truly feel good about the fact that we're going into these communities and truly helping small business owners. We're not there to sell you anything that we do from web.com. We're there to truly help you. And it's a great way, obviously, for us to get branding out there, for people to get our name out there. We are a phenomenal company. We have over 3 million net subscribers. We've been in business for many years. So it's really a great opportunity since our partnership with the PGA Tour is a 10-year partnership, is that it's a way to give back. The PGA Tour, that's what they stand for. They constantly are giving back. And so it's really a great way for us to not only give back, but to really, kind of let people know who we are as a company and what we do as a company.
Okay, so every company has to do marketing, and this is your choice of marketing efforts.
Exactly. So this is a major avenue for us that we do. It's a major vehicle that drives our marketing efforts. Again, we are going to, after 3 years, we're going to end up doing close to 140 small business summits, and we've been going to many communities that a company of our size may not do advertising in, or maybe it's a great way also for the small business owners to come and speak to us. We bring web.com ambassadors who really come there and give free consultations. So it's a great way to introduce ourselves to your community if we haven't been there already. And it's really just been a win-win situation for everybody. And we've not only have we helped and helped communities across the country, but it's been a lot of fun for us as well.
That's awesome. Great.
By the way, folks, we're talking with Lane Titlebaum of web.com. If you want to find out more about web.com, go to web.com.
Exactly. Or you could go to sbs.web.com, and that is our landing page where you will see a lot of information in regards to what we speak about and what we do. It'll give you our schedule. It tells you where we're going, where we've been, and there's a lot of pertinent information on there for you to check out as well.
So if somebody wants to go there tonight, they'll be able to see what's going to happen coming up this week at the Invitational.
You'll be able to see what's going to happen on Monday morning, and also you'll be able to have an opportunity to register if you want to join us on Monday morning. It is completely free. There is no money off of your hands. It's all on us, and we want you to be our guest at a wonderful tournament at the Arnold Palmer Invitational.
Well, there goes that pesky F word again. Free. Same as SCORE.
Well, that's always the challenge, but again, it is free. So
that's a great word.
We invite all.
And if you register, you'll get a parking pass as well.
Exactly. You get a parking pass, and you get an opportunity to hang out at the tournament afterwards, unless you got to get back to your office. Obviously the players will be out there practicing and playing, and it's just really a great way to spend a great Monday, and not going into the office, right?
No.
That's right.
And you can be pretty sure that if Arnie is up to it, he'll be out there. I mean, that's his tournament. He loves being on the course.
Yeah, there's no doubt. It's really fun. And I tell you what makes it so fun is we've all been to conferences, in hotels or conference centers, and no disrespect to that, but it's definitely a unique situation and a unique setting when you get to come to the clubhouse. A lot of times we'll do these on the tents, on the golf courses, and of course the golfers are just walking by, and it really makes a very unique experience for the attendee.
And, of course, we're looking for good weather next week for the tournament. So, once again, you're welcome to come out. And it is free. And it's at the Bay Hill Country Club. And it will be at the clubhouse, you mentioned?
Yes, it'll be in the Palmer Room in the clubhouse from 8 o'clock in the morning to 11 o'clock. We'll have some networking and registration and things like that from 8 to 9. We will begin our presentation promptly at 9, and we promise to give you all this information within a couple hours, so therefore by 11 o'clock you can enjoy the golf, or unfortunately, again, if you have to go back to the office, you had that time to do that as well.
Okay, Lane, if you'll stay with us, we have to take a break, but we have some more questions for you on the other side.
Fantastic. Looking forward to it.
Okay, don't forget, folks, you're listening to What's the Score? Don't go away, because we'll be right back after this short break. Okay, welcome back to What's the Score, the show designed to help you come up with that winning combination for your business. I am Christopher Hart, joined in the studio with Rich Jaeckle. Is it by or with?
It's
either or both.
Yeah, really.
Rich Jaeckle is joining me in the studio. On
go.
the line, joining us today, we have Lane Titlebaum, and he is the Director of Small Business Summits for Web.com. We'll be going back to him in just a moment. Once again, folks, we want to thank you for tuning in. If you have any questions, comments, suggestions for guests or subject matter for the show, please send them to us at score@nationalec.org. That's score@nationalec.org. And once again, if you want to find out about all of the events that Score is participating in or sponsoring or putting on themselves, just go to scoreorlando.org. That's scoreorlando.org. And don't forget, folks, radio is one of the best ways to reach that audience that you want to. And you can do that by going to a station, a community of stations, if you will, like we have here at Salem Media Group here in Altamont Springs. 4 stations now, so that we can help you zero in on that audience that you want to hear your message. And the best way to find out about how affordable it is, either to have your own show like this one, and don't forget, if Rich and I can do it, you can do it. And, of course, they provide great production support here at the station. Or if you'd like to find out about how to advertise on radio, contact Bill Files. He's the station manager here at Salem Media Group, 407-618-1760. That's Bill Files at 407-618-1760. And as I said, we have Lane Titlebaum on the line with us right now of Web.com. Lane, you said you were beginning to tell us in the last segment a little bit about Web.com. You said they've been around quite a while. How long has Web.com been around, and what brought it into existence, so to speak?
Well, Web.com has been around since the late 90s, merged, and it started off as Atlantic Teleservices, and then it became Website Pros, and then when they bought Web.com, assumed their name of Web.com, and along the way it's just continued to grow. Also bought Network Solutions and Register.com, and a few other companies along the way. So we're a pretty sizable company these days. Have over 2,200 employees. Our main location is here in Jacksonville, Florida, but do have offices all over the country and a few internationally as well. So, it's been on a continual growth path as of late, and it's an enjoyable place to be, and it's really just a great company to be at. Obviously, has a longevity of being in this business, and so there's some quality people that work in this company that have some great ideas and some exciting ways to really help small business owners.
Hey, that's great. And I've got a question for you before we get into more of that. Are you golfing in the tournament?
I am not going to be golfing, unfortunately. There's an old saying that the more you're around the more you're around the game of golf by working, the less you play. So I'm around it a lot. I've been to some of the greatest country clubs and greatest golf courses throughout the country over the last couple of years. But unfortunately, my golf game has declined ever since I've been doing this, and that's an unfortunate thing.
That's horrible.
Horrible. You've been watching all those other bad swings and picking up some bad habits, I guess.
Exactly. So unfortunately, Unfortunately, I haven't had the pleasure of playing as much as I'm around it, but hopefully that will change rather soon.
So if you want to ever quit golf, make it a job.
Exactly, that's what they say. So it's it's a great career. It's a great job. It's fun to be around. It's very rewarding. There could be worse places to be and going to than some of these fine golf courses and country clubs and throughout the country. But you definitely don't get to play as much as you would like. But it definitely gives me the bug and the itch to want to go out there and get better. But unfortunately, I just don't have all the time to do it at the moment.
And of course, Bay Hill is one of the nicest courses. And folks, you can come out Monday for the free Web.com Business Summit. And back to Web.com, you described it, I believe, sort of as, correct me if I'm wrong, a sort of one-stop shop for someone who wants to set up a web page, and I take it even have someone manage it for them?
Exactly right. So the company itself can help any business owner along any life cycle of where they are in their business at the moment, whether they're just starting, whether they've been in business 5, 10 years, whether they've been in business 20, 30 years. So there is something for everybody here. We build, obviously custom build websites. We build websites that we can manage for you. There's do-it-yourself tools, which are great tools that, obviously for in an economical way, you can build your own website that, we can walk you through and help you and assist you. Obviously there's products and solutions where, one of the biggest concerns that small business owners have is being found on the search engines. When everybody goes into Google and you type in something and you want to be found right away. There's studies out there that 94% of the folks who search something find what they're looking for on the first page of Google. So, the folks are always looking to find ways to be found right away. As we all know, if you're not doing business online right now or don't have a great online presence, you're probably not maximizing, your efforts the way you should be. So there's just lots and lots of ways out there that a company like Web.com can truly help small business owners. And a lot of it also is in social media. As we all know, social media is huge these days. Facebook is a monster of a tool. And so people have to find ways to leverage Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn and YouTube and all the great social media drivers out there. That's what a company like Web.com can do for you. They can really assist you in a variety of ways.
When I had our company, this is Rich, and we used to use the benefit of a single point of contact. In other words, once you got a client, if they needed a network engineer, if they needed a programmer or analyst, they didn't have to go hunting around with 3 or 4 different companies to find them. They can go to our company as a single point of contact and get them all. And basically what you're saying is the same thing.
Exactly. We're a one-stop shop. We can assist in a variety of ways, and no matter where you are. Speaking of our small business summits, we have folks all the time who come to the summits who are just starting to get into business, and so they learn so much because of the fact that, again, they're going to be a small business owner. So, the company is a one-stop shop. We're always looking to constantly improve and get better and find new products and solutions that can ultimately help the small business owner.
Now, you said you have over 200 employees now?
No, we have over 2,000. Yeah, over 2,200.
2,200. Yeah. I'm sorry, I misunderstood you. So I would take it then if someone is, gets stuck on something and they need to call somebody and actually needs to physically speak with someone, there are people available.
Absolutely. So we're a service provider. We're here to help, and that is our main goal, is to truly help the small business owner with anything with their online needs.
Is this a very expensive service?
No, not at all. I mean, the services are there. There's a range of services, just like anything else. I mean, so we can, again, help if you have a certain budget, and we can also help if you want to really exceed your budget. So, again, there's a lot of tools, there's a lot of solutions, there's a lot of products. It's just really where do you want to fall into? How big, how fast, how much do you want to be successful? Or, hey, do you just want to, obviously have a budget where you have that online presence? So that's the great thing about the company, is that, there is something for everybody.
So they're very flexible in terms of if you want a Volkswagen or a Cadillac. Exactly
right. Exactly. That was a great example. You're exactly right.
So you can customize it to whatever your needs are, you being the customer, of course.
Exactly. Our goal is to satisfy our customers to the best of our ability.
Great. All right. And once again, folks, we're talking with Lane Titlebaum of Web.com. He's the director of Small Business Summits. And you can meet him and be a participant in one of the Small Business Summits, because it's coming up this week at Bay Hill, and it will be Monday the 16th, and you say it starts at 8 a.m.?
8 a.m. to 11 a.m. in the first hour. Obviously, we'll have some refreshments there for you. You'll be able to network with Rich and some gentlemen from SCORE and, from Web.com and Bank of America. And, we'll have a great event for you all. And, look, we should have somewhere around 150, 200 folks there. So we're looking forward to an amazing event. And it's our first year in Bay Hill. It won't be our last, but it's our first year, and we're really excited about coming down to Orlando, which is great for me because, all the traveling I do, it's about a 2-hour drive. I can't ask for anything better.
Yeah. Hey, Lane, the parking and everything is included, right? When you say free?
So when you Exactly. So when you register, after you register, you'll get an order confirmation. We've already sent out one notification, but come Saturday night and come Sunday night, you'll get another notification that will have the parking pass attached to it for you. So it's complimentary parking, which is a major ordeal at golf tournaments. Golf tournaments are very challenging at times, but yet you get to park right there and have about a 5-minute walk to the clubhouse.
And once again, you can register at sbs@web.com. That's for Small Business Summits, sbs@web.com. And once again, it is free. So you'll be able to stay the rest of the day.
What a fantastic opportunity for these people who have never seen Bay Hill and are avid golfers. I mean, you get the benefit of the summit seminars, but you also get the benefit of a beautiful place like that.
Yeah, and that's really a great point because we have a lot of folks who have come to these summits over the last couple of years, and it could be their first time coming to the golf course, and it really kind of opens their eyes to a great event that is right there in their hometown. So we enjoy having everybody as our guests, and we enjoy kind of introducing some business owners or some folks who are there who may not be very familiar with the game of golf, which is a great sport, great game, and it's a lot of fun to go out there to the tournaments and truly enjoy the sun, especially this time of year in Florida. It's fantastic.
Yeah. Are you going to have a beer tent? That's my big thing.
Well, unfortunately, this is a business summit. Okay, so we're
in the morning.
If it was a hospitality, I can guarantee you that. But this one we'll have. I tell you what, we'll have some nice tea. Maybe we'll have some Arnold Palmer's there for you, a mixture of lemonade and iced tea, and we'll have some coffee and water for you. How about that?
That's perfect.
And once again, folks, you can register by going to sbs@web.com. That's sbs@web.com. Real quick, a quick question about the tour, the web.com tour. Are most of the participants college, kids getting out of college?
It's a wide range. You actually have a lot of PGA Tour guys who are on the actual web.com tour too. And just to give you a quick little snippet of it, so in the PGA Tour, they have rankings, and anybody numbers 1 through 125 on the PGA Tour earn their card to come back for the following year. But if you fall outside of that 125, you have to play on the web.com tour to get that card back. So we get a lot of folks, a lot of guys who may have been injured or may not have been playing very well, who now have to play on the web.com tour to get that card back. So we have a very good mixture of guys, yes, who just graduated college, guys who were on the PGA Tour, you get guys who were on PGA Tour Canada. So it's really a great mixture, and it's phenomenal golf. I mean, web.com tour has produced over 400 winners on the PGA Tour. And it keeps growing. I mean, we have likes of, Jim Furyk was on the web.com tour back in the day, and, he's won 16 times on the PGA Tour now. So, you have a lot of great golfers that have had come through the web.com tour and now are superstars, so to speak, on the PGA Tour.
These are guys who are hungry, who are playing for their life. Yeah. Who knows? You might have a fellow by the name of Tiger playing on your tour here pretty soon.
Exactly right. You said it best. So you never know who you're going to meet and see. And
you got to go.
I'm sorry, go on.
I'm sorry, all right, we're going to wrap it up now, folks. We got to take a break. The clock's run down on us. Lane Titlebaum, thanks for being with us, and we'll see you Monday here in Orlando.
Sounds good. Thanks, guys, for having me.
All right, man. Take care.
We'll be right back. Okay, welcome back to What's the Score, folks. Once again, we want to thank you for being with us, and we want to thank you for telling all your friends and family about us. We really do appreciate that. I am Christopher Hart, along with Rich Jaeckle in the studio now. And don't forget to come out and meet Lane Monday. It's going to be a lot of fun.
It really is. I didn't realize that it was going to be that kind of episode,
Event,
an event.
And that you can hang around all day.
All day. Go look at that beautiful course.
Yep.
Putt on the green. It's going to be neat.
It will be. And, of course, Rich will be there along with the folks from SCORE. Web.com is a great organization. And the best thing of all is that it is, as you put it, a single, what did you call it? a single
F word.
No, one stop.
Free.
No, one stop shop.
A single point of contact.
Single point of contact. You can go to them, from the very get-go to get your website established, set up. They'll help you build it. They'll help you manage it. As little or as much as you want.
There you go. That's the key thing. As little or as much.
Yeah.
So you can design a Volkswagen or design a Cadillac.
Yeah, and it's a great organization. They support entrepreneurship, and, of course, we certainly appreciate that. That's what this great nation is built upon. And, of course, that's what SCORE is all about.
There you go.
And, of course, it's a great organization, men and women, both who are there to help you along in your business. Paul McNally will be back with us next week. Once again, he's the chairman of the BizFest
right.
event, which is coming up. Now, is this a nationwide event?
No,
for SCORE?
No, it is not. In fact, we're one of the few that have ever tried these things. The Pitch Fest, of course, we were unique in that effort. Pitch Fest being like a mini Shark Tank.
Yeah, we'll talk about that here in a minute.
Chris, you're going to mention that in a bit, right?
Yeah, but why? I mean, it was such a huge success last year. Now, you did it last year in part because it was the 50-year anniversary of SCORE.
That's exactly why we did it.
Okay.
And so there was very few chapters that were celebrating the 50th anniversary, and we decided to go ahead and celebrate it.
I see.
So it came out so well that we said, let's do this again. It seemed to be very well received in Central Florida.
Oh, absolutely.
So we had about 300 people last year, and we expect more than that this year.
Oh, I'm sure you will.
Including yourself.
Yeah, I'll be there, and we're working on a very special treat for you there that day, folks. We'll tell you about that a little bit more next week. But it's going to be a lot of fun, and it's coming up in May. But starting actually already now, you can go ahead and put in your entry for the Pitch Fest, which is what you were talking about. And if you've ever seen the TV show Shark Fest, this is very similar.
Right.
And even though the judges won't be there to lavish you with a lot of money, they do have some prizes, some cash prizes to give away. More than $6,500 in cash and prizes. So there'll be some cash to give away, some other prizes to give away there. And also there'll be people there in the audience.
There you go. That's
who
the
are
big thing.
Investors, what they call angels.
There you go. That's people that may or may not be interested in your business.
Yeah.
That have talked to previous businesses from last year's Pitch Fest. So it's a well done type of approach.
Yeah, and the way you guys set up the competition is what you have to do first, folks, is submit your entry.
Right.
And you can do that at scoreorlando.org and or score at nationalec.org. Can they do it both locations?
No, just Score Orlando, and they have to go to Pitch Fest.
And it has to be for Pitch Fest.
Right. There's a drop down or a button there that you push.
And by the way, if you go to scoreorlando.org, they have the details on how to enter the contest.
Right.
But you can enter now. The opening, they moved the opening up for the entries to March 6th, so you can go ahead and get your entry in. The deadline for the entries is April the 16th.
Right.
That's the day after tax day. So you can get your taxes done on the 15th, but you better get that entry in by the 16th. Otherwise, you'll miss out on the Pitch Fest this year.
You might be really broke and need the money.
That's right. And what they will do is they will review the entries because they will get so many that they can't obviously do every one that day. So they'll sort of whittle out the entries and whittle them down to a number of people who will actually compete that day. And Paul will tell us a little bit more about that when he's on the show next week. But if you want to get that entry in, you can do so now. The office is open, so to speak. ScoreOrlando.org is where you do that. Just go there and you can follow the details, follow the instructions on how to enter. Once again, more than $6,500 in cash and prizes will be given away at the Pitch Fest at BizFest, which once again is coming up on May the 19th. And it will be at the National Entrepreneur Center in the Fashion Square.
Right. Now, one thing I would caution you guys about is the fact that you're selling your business idea. And the big thing about selling your business idea is you tell me why I want to buy your product or service. That's the biggest thing. You may have the greatest idea, but if you don't sell it right, it ain't going to fly. So you've got to, why would I pay this price for, let's say, a homemade cookie versus going out and getting a little Debbie's for half the price? I've got to have some justification for paying for your product or service. So keep that in mind when you're writing your justification for the Pitch Fest.
Yeah, if you come up with a better mousetrap, but if it's as big as a refrigerator, it's probably not going to fly.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, folks, get your entries in, and the door is open, the office is open, so to speak. Just go to scoreorlando.org to get those entries in. You have until April the 16th. And you don't have to be, you don't have to have an entry to get into the Pitch Fest to go to BizFest. As a matter of fact, there'll be a small percentage of people who actually are in the Pitch Fest who go to BizFest.
Yeah, we got too many fests in there. You know what I mean? Like Oktoberfest and BizFest.
But most of the people who are going to be going to the BizFest are people, small business owners and others who will be there to find out what Score has to offer and to network with other people who will be there and business providers who will be there.
That's right. Huge opportunities.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you want to find out more about it, just go to scoreorlando.org. If you are a business provider out there and you want to be a part of the expo itself, you go to scoreorlando.org, and you can find out how to get involved in that way, too. So we certainly hope that we will see you out there. I'll be there, of course. Rich will be there. Paul will be there. Mike McBath is going to be one of the speakers there that day.
He is the keynote speaker. He's the man.
I tell you what, it'll be worth going just to hear him speak.
Oh, yeah.
And
and by the way, he's the founder of the Predators, one of the founders of the Predators.
That's right. He, along with Tracy Allen and Davey Johnson. And they brought the Predators to town here, and boy, did we have a party on the town back in those days. It was a great organization, great run organization, great entertainment. They would sell out that arena every game, and people would say, "Magic who?" So we wish, of course, the new ownership of the Orlando Predators great luck as their season is getting ready to open up. Don't forget the Veterans Business Initiative. If you are a veteran, you need to go to this, even if you haven't been yet. There are still 2 sessions you can take advantage of. Session 6 is coming up this Wednesday. It's once again at the Entrepreneur Center, 8 o'clock in the morning. They'll give you free breakfast. Florida Hospital is going to be there. Manpower is going to be there. UCF and the UCF Incubator is going to be there. All of these organizations are there to help you either find a job, start a business, or get some education and training. So please do come out. And then the final session will be the following Tuesday. So this Wednesday and then the following Tuesday are the last 2 sessions, and that will be sort of everybody will be there, and then it'll be sort of be a wrap awards wrap up, graduation, if you want to call it that. And but you said a dozen jobs have now been awarded since this began.
I mean, people actually hired.
Hired.
Yeah. And they're, they need more. These big companies around here are really recruiting now.
Yep. So please do come on out. That's the Veterans Business Initiative. And once again, that also is free. So you don't have to register if you haven't already, but you can if you want. All you have to do is go to CareerSourceCentralFlorida.com. That's CareerSourceCentralFlorida.com. Just spell all that out. But once again, it is free. So please do take advantage of that. And don't forget about the golf tournament. It's going to be a lot of fun at Bay Hill.
Yeah.
And even though Tiger Woods won't be there, there'll be a lot of great golfers that'll be there. Arnold Palmer, I'm sure, is going to be there. And Arnie's getting on up there, and we want him to be around as long as he can be around. But, this would be a great opportunity, folks. If you haven't had a chance to meet him or see him, perhaps you'll get that opportunity. But it's the BizFest, the web.com BizFest is Monday. So if you haven't registered yet, you need to get on the ball and do it. It's at sbs@web.com. That's SBS for Small Business Summits, sbs@web.com. And once again, that is free, being sponsored by web.com. Score will be there as well. They'll have refreshments, starts at 8 a.m., and they'll go from 8 to 11, and then the rest of the day is yours at Bay Hill.
That's it. But, I mean, look at all the stuff we've been talking about that are opportunities for small businesses here. It's incredible.
It's like you said, though, not only for veterans, but for any entrepreneur.
Right. That's what
there's not the services, there has not been the services out there that are out there now for your advantage, for your use, if you will, and for your opportunity, because it is an opportunity when you can talk to someone who's been that road before, save you some time, save you a lot of money. What more can you ask for? And SCORE is a great organization filled with great people. And if you don't believe me, come out to the BizFest or come out to the golf tournament and meet Rich. And so you need to take advantage of this. We're oftentimes so focused on the regulatory atmosphere and the strangulation, if you will, of our entrepreneurship leadership in our economy from our government and from other sources, that we sort of sometimes lose sight of the things right here locally that we can take advantage of that'll make our lives easier as small business people.
Absolutely. Central Florida is a very fertile area for small businesses
of all types.
And having this amount of support out there for community service organizations, but also the National Entrepreneur Center.
Yeah.
I mean, 1 of 4 in the U.S. Come on, guys, get out there, take advantage of it.
That's right. And once again, you don't have to have a business. You can be just starting out. Or if you do have a business, you can take advantage of both the Entrepreneur Center and SCORE. So you really do need to do so. Next week, once again, Paul McNally will be back with us. We'll be talking a little bit more about BizFest and some other things going on over at SCORE. And as I said earlier, we're always looking for your suggestions, for your questions and comments, and just send them to score@nationalec.org. That's score@nationalec.org. And don't forget, if you would like to have a radio show like this of your very own, it's very easy to do. If you'd like to advertise on radio, it's very inexpensive to do. Call Bill Files, the station manager here at Salem Media Group and here in Altamont Springs. He'd love to give you a tour around the station and just explain to you just exactly how affordable it can be and how he can focus your message to the people that you want to hear it. And give him a call at 407-618-1760. That's Bill Files at 407-618-1760. Rich, thanks again. It's been a joy being with you again this afternoon. Today.
I'm not sure that's quite the right word. We'll see you when we see you.
All right, we'll see you next week, folks. And don't forget, you've been listening to What's the Score?
AM 660, The Answer, WORL, Altamont Springs, Orlando, a service of Salem Communications, intelligent, conservative, AM 660.